Well, good Sunday morning, everybody. My name's Kevin. Welcome to my shop. Glad you could make it once again. Yesterday, I turned an ornament and, well, let me show you how I got started. As you all know, hang on. It's easier when the viewfinder's up so I can see myself. Okay. When I pour resin for my pens, I somehow always end up with a little bit left over. And when I do that, I take it and I pour it into a cup, a plastic solo cup. And it's usually this much in a cup or somewhere thereabouts. And over a couple of weeks or a month, I end up with a lot of extra. So right here on my, you can see, sorry, wrong way, I've got a bunch of them. So I did one yesterday, whoops, not in the viewfinder anymore. See my belly. Okay. Anyway, I turned one yesterday, put a finial on the top and the bottom. It turned out pretty nice. Got a lot of good comments of it for it on Facebook. But I had a couple of guys that had asked, did I do a video? Well, no, I didn't, because I was just kind of playing around and I turned it. So anyway, for my buddy Jay down in Texas, I'm going to show how I get this ready for turning. First of all, I got to get the stupid solo cup off of the Alumilite. So go over here to my table quickly. I know I'm a little bit far away. I make a cut and then I grab a pair of pliers and I start twisting and twist most of it off of the piece of Alumilite. And there you have it. And there's a little bit left on the bottom right there. I got that off. Now I have this piece. I need to find roughly the center. I take my center finder. Kind of difficult when it's not centered and smooth. I marked my centers on this. I need my spur drive. There's the center there, and there's the center there. Put my drive back in the length on the headstock side. Get some light on the subject. And I'm going to tell you guys, seriously, I mean this with all sincerity. When you're turning Alumilite or resins, please wear a helmet. Your eyes are your most savable asset. All right, now I have my small skew, and I'm going to take this for those of you that have not turned acrylic yet, all I can tell you is the stuff is messy. It gets on everything and everywhere. It's got so much static to it, it's crazy. Now I have a device here. Oh, perfect. Now, what I did, I need to remember to show you guys exactly what I'm doing, because I take for granted that you know what I'm doing, and some of you don't. But what I did was I turned a tenon on this end of the piece. Well, let's see. Let's get you around here this way, and maybe you can see it just a little bit better. Okay. Anyway, I turned a tenon that's kind of a dovetail, and that will go into my chuck. And what I'm using today is a Vicmart chuck. This is my big heavy duty chuck, and I like using it for this kind of stuff. But take the piece, then I take and tighten the chuck up on that tenon. Alright, get you guys back this way. And then, now I'm going to make sure one more time that this is tight. That's good. Other side, that's good. While turning a different ornament. Anybody that says you can't use a bowl gouge when doing spindle work, well, let me tell you, they haven't been turning very long, because I like using a bowl gouge for spindle work, and this being a ornament turn is not really truly a spindle work. Sorry, I'm trying to get my live center out of the tailstock, because when you hit your back of your elbow on these points, it's kind of smarts a little bit. So, okay, we've got, ow, and I'm gonna real quick turn this down and get a basic shape. Okay, all I'm doing now is establishing a rough shape of where I want to be with this. I'm getting a large chatter, and I'm not sure exactly why. It tool is bouncing off this thing pretty bad, so I got to get past that point. You know, sometimes when you're turning, it's kind of like possibly the piece that you're turning kind of reaches out and says, hey, why don't you try doing this? And by this, what I mean right now, normally when I'm turning these, I would turn the bottom off right here and just save the globe. I'm going to get my Jacob's chuck, put it in the tailstock. I want to turn about 500, 600 RPM. Now I'm big into the purple. You can see where the color changed. Now, I want to remove the Jacob's chuck and the drill bit from the tailstocks. Once again, I don't want to hit my elbow on that because that really can smart. Now comes the fun part. I get to hollow this baby out. Okay. Okay. That took an hour to hollow. Hey Google, time. Put down a paper towel, get my water bath. Don't need the helmet for this part. I hope it doesn't explode. We start out with slow speed. 500 RPM. 400 grit sandpaper. Wet sanding. Now I'm going to use diamond infused diamond paste. This is 50,000. One of my favorites. Eddie Stone puts this out. It's really good stuff. There we go. I'll leave it there for a second so you can see it. And buff this in. All right. Once again, bring you over. It looks a little unusual because of the different colors of acrylic that were used to get it to this point, but I think it looks pretty amazing. It's pretty time consuming to turn these. but it's worth it in the end. All right, now parting tool. Gently part this off. There we go. It looks pretty good. Got all that filled in nicely. So now what I have to do is I have to make the finial. Okay, I apologize, but the battery on my camera died, so now I'm on my cell phone. I'm working on the finial that goes on the bottom of the ornament. Good enough. Alright, let's part it off. Hope it fits. Alrighty. Let's see here. Please fit. There. Pocket knife, knock the corners off. And there you have it. Acrylic globe ornament and a finial. The finial looks pretty good. And I'm going to charge that up since there's no sunshine today. And see what she says. All right, everybody.